Chosen one, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply, not just into your lungs, but into your very spirit. Close your eyes and let go of the noise that surrounds you. Let your mind and heart settle in this sacred space. Inhale peace and exhale all that no longer serves your soul. This moment is not like any other. What you're about to hear is not a random word, a fleeting thought, or an empty encouragement. No, this is a divine disruption, a holy unlocking. Heaven has timed this precisely for you. What you feel stirring inside you right now is not mere emotion. It's movement, divine motion. It's God speaking to you, declaring loudly, boldly, and intentionally that the season of waiting is over. You are entering a new chapter, one that was written long before you even knew your purpose. If you've felt forgotten, overlooked, or delayed, let this be your affirmation. You were not delayed. You were being developed. You were not dismissed. You were destined. The waiting season, however challenging, subscribe to stay connected as we walk through this journey together and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us how God's timing has shown up in your life. Type 737 in the comments as a sign of agreement, a declaration that you are ready to step into the fullness of what God has prepared for you. The best is yet to come, chosen one. This is your divine invitation. It's time to walk boldly into the destiny that has been waiting for you. The stirring you feel within is not just emotion. It's divine motion, a holy movement that has been building within you for some time now. It's as if something deep inside has awakened to a new reality, a new calling. This feeling, this presence, it's not just a fleeting moment. It's a whisper from heaven, a powerful signal from God Himself that you are about to step into something far greater than you could have ever imagined. In the quiet moments of your life, when you were still and uncertain, heaven was working. While you were waiting seemingly without purpose, God was aligning people, places, and timing just for you. There were no coincidences, no random events. Everything that has happened, every path you've walked, every conversation you've had, every delay you've faced, each one has been part of a greater plan, unfolding in ways you couldn't see at the time. You see, God doesn't work in the way we expect. His timing doesn't align with our understanding of when things should happen or how they should look. His ways are higher, His thoughts deeper. And when God moves, He moves with purpose. Nothing is ever wasted, and no part of your journey has been without divine reason. Every single moment has led to this one, where heaven's timing is not just aligning with your life, but has met you right at the appointed time. The stirring within you now is not simply emotional. It's the pulse of heaven moving through you, calling you to respond. It's a sign that the doors of opportunity are opening, not because you've earned it, but because it's time for you to step into what God has been preparing for you. This divine movement is a confirmation. You were not forgotten in your waiting season, but carefully prepared. Now, the moment is here, and your response is needed. God has already done the heavy lifting. He's worked behind the scenes, positioning you, positioning others, and aligning the right circumstances. The people you need to meet, the resources you need to receive the doors that will open before you, God has already paved the way. Now it's your turn to walk through it. But in order to do so, you must respond. Not with hesitation, but with clarity. You must align yourself with what God is doing, trusting that this is the divine moment you've been waiting for. What does this mean for you, chosen one? It means that the waiting wasn't in vain. Every hardship, every tear, every prayer that felt unanswered has led to this divine alignment. Heaven has been quietly but intentionally preparing you for the role you are about to play in God's kingdom. And now the stage is set. The pieces are in place. The appointed time has arrived. You are not stumbling into this moment by accident. You are walking into it with divine purpose, equipped with everything you need to fulfill the mission set before you. This is your moment to step forward with confidence, not because of your own strength, but because of the strength that God has placed in you. He has been working on you, in you, and through you for such a time as this. You are not just standing at the edge of the unknown, hoping for a breakthrough. You are standing in the fullness of God's divine plan, and your next step is not just a leap of faith. It's a step into the manifestation of everything God has been preparing you for. You may have felt unseen, overlooked, or unimportant during the waiting season, but understand this: God has been protecting you, preserving you, and positioning you for this moment. You were not delayed, you were developed. You were not abandoned, you were being shaped. Every challenge, every struggle, every quiet night spent wondering what was next has been part of the divine training ground that has brought you to this moment. But what now? The appointed time has arrived, and the question is, how will you respond? You are being called not just to be curious, but to act with clarity. God has shown you glimpses of your future, but now it's time for you to step into it. It's time to take the next step with boldness, knowing that everything has already been set in motion. The divine movement is not just about receiving what's coming. It's about recognizing it and aligning with it. There's a shift happening around you, and it's happening for you. Heaven is releasing its power into your life, and it's time for you to step into the flow of that power. But this requires more than passive waiting. It requires action. It requires a clarity of purpose and a readiness to receive what God is sending your way. God's divine timing is always perfect. And while you may have felt like things weren't moving in the past, know that every moment of waiting was part of His perfect plan. Now, the moment is here, and you are being called to act with faith and confidence. You don't need to have all the answers or know exactly how it will unfold. You don't need to strive or force things to happen. What God has ordained, no man can undo. What God has aligned, no power can cancel. The only thing you need to do now is move in the direction God has set before you. And how do you do that? By responding in faith, by aligning your actions with what God is revealing to you in this moment. It's not about having all the details figured out. It's about trusting that God will lead you step by step. His divine movement is already at work in your life. that has been planned from before you even knew your own journey. The person coming into your life is not meant to entertain your loneliness. They are sent to accompany you on the path of purpose. This union is not an accident, nor is it simply about emotional fulfillment. It's about alignment, destiny, and fulfilling a calling greater than anything you could have imagined alone. In the quiet of your waiting season, while you may have felt isolated, know that God was not keeping you alone for no reason. He was preparing you for this divine moment, for the one who is not just a companion, but a co-laborer in the mission He has set before you. This person is not coming into your life just to add to your story. They are being sent to walk alongside you in the story that God has already written for you both. It's a partnership that transcends the ordinary. It is wholly sacred and deeply intentional. While many people seek relationships for comfort or companionship, this union is not about soothing your loneliness. It's about finding someone who will stand with you, not just in the easy moments, but in the hard ones. It's about someone who will not distract you from your purpose, but will help propel you forward into it. When God brings this person into your life, it will not be a diversion from your mission, it will be an acceleration. They will be aligned with your purpose, not in competition with it, but in support of it. This is where the true beauty of divine partnership lies. It's not about two people coming together to fill gaps in their lives, but about two individuals whose journeys have been intricately woven together by God's perfect timing. The union is a reflection of God's deep love for you and His plan for your life. You were never meant to carry this calling alone. God, in His infinite wisdom, has already appointed someone to walk this path with you. They are being prepared, just as you have been, to join you in fulfilling the purpose that has been set before both of you. This partner, this divine connection, will honor your obedience and your anointing. They will see the strength in you that others may overlook, and they will celebrate your purpose in ways that build you up, not tear you down. There will be no competition in this union, no jealousy or insecurity, because both of you are secure in who God has made you to be. Your strengths will complement each other. Your passions will align, and together you will form a bond that is unbreakable, not because of your perfection, but because of God's perfect will. You see, this partnership is not about finding someone who completes you, because God has already made you whole. Instead, it's about finding someone who recognizes the completeness in you, who sees your potential, and who is ready to join you in fulfilling God's divine mission. The one being sent to you has walked their own journey, endured their own struggles, and emerged stronger and wiser. They have not been prepared to be a mere spectator in your life, but to stand beside you as a fellow warrior ready to face the challenges ahead together. This is not just a relationship, it's a divine partnership. This person will walk in humility, not because they are weak, but because they understand the power of humility in God's kingdom. They won't be seeking to overshadow you or take the spotlight, because they will know that together you are both walking in the purpose that God has already ordained. They will support your dreams, honor your calling, and walk with you as an equal, not because they are perfect, but because they are aligned with God's perfect timing. As you reflect on the journey that brought you here, consider this truth: God has been preparing both of you for this partnership. While you have been in your season of waiting, so has this person. God has been working on them, refining them, shaping them, just as He has been doing in you. And now, in this appointed season, the paths of your two journeys are about to intersect. The person you've been waiting for is not just a fleeting companion, but a partner for life, someone whose presence will help fulfill the divine plan that God has written for both of you. This divine partnership is a reflection of the relationship God desires with each of us. Just as He calls us into a covenant relationship with Him, He is bringing this person into your life to walk with you in the same kind of covenant. It's not about what you can get from each other, but about what you can build together. It's not about seeking to fulfill personal desires, but about fulfilling a higher calling, a calling that will not only impact your lives, but will reverberate through generations. When this person arrives, there will be no confusion. Every moment of isolation, every stretch of waiting was not simply a test of endurance. It was divine preparation, a purposeful refining that has made you who you are today and is preparing you for what lies ahead. You may have wondered at times why the waiting felt so long or why the moments of solitude seemed to stretch endlessly. But I am here to tell you, chosen one, that this season of waiting has been more than just a test of patience. It has been a time of shaping. It has been God's way of preparing you for a partnership that will be far greater than anything you could have imagined on your own. Every struggle you've faced, every moment you felt abandoned or forgotten, was a part of God's divine plan to mold you into the person who could walk in the powerful calling He has for you. And as much as it may have felt like you were alone, you were not. Heaven has been watching over you every step of the way. Every tear you shed was not a sign of weakness, but of spiritual growth. Those moments of heartache, when it seemed like your world was crumbling, were the very moments that God was using to build you up. Every time you chose to trust, even when it seemed impossible, you were being shaped and refined for a divine purpose. These weren't moments of wasted time. These were moments of holy construction. Each tear, each quiet prayer, each stretch in the dark was a step closer to the divine partnership that has been ordained for you. This process of divine preparation is not about surviving loneliness. It's about becoming the person who is ready to receive the divine partner God has prepared for you. God didn't allow you to endure those lonely nights just for the sake of waiting. No, he was positioning you. He was teaching you to stand firm in your identity, to become whole in him, so that when the time came, you would be able to fully embrace the partnership that he was bringing into your life. It's easy to look at the times of solitude and wonder why you couldn't have found your partner sooner. Why did you have to endure such pain and isolation? But I want you to see this in a new light, chosen one. The purpose of your waiting was not to simply survive those moments of isolation, but to become a vessel that could carry the weight of a divine partnership. This was never just about preparing you for this moment. He has been aligning the timing, aligning the people, and aligning the circumstances. Every person you've met, every door that's opened or closed, every experience that seemed insignificant at the time was part of a larger plan. And now, in this moment, everything has come together. The waiting, the tears, the silent nights, the prayers have all been part of God's preparation for the divine partnership that is about to unfold in your life. When you finally meet your divine partner, you will recognize them not just because of who they are, but because of the way your spirits have already met in the realms beyond time. You see, this is more than just a human connection. It is a spiritual alignment, a union that has been destined long before either of you were born. And you were both being prepared for this. Just as you were being formed in the secret places of God's heart, so was your partner. Heaven has been building both of you up, strengthening you, purifying you, so that when you come together, it will be to fulfill a purpose that neither of you could have fulfilled on your own. But this preparation was not easy. It required strength, resilience, and a willingness to trust in God's timing. You may have felt as if the delays and setbacks were signs of God's absence, but they were actually signs of His presence. He was protecting you, shaping you, and guiding you to this moment. The challenges you faced were not meant to break you. They were meant to strengthen you and teach you to lean into His love, His timing, and His guidance. Each step you took in faith, even when it was hard, was a step toward the partnership that was being prepared for you. And as much as you may have longed for companionship during those lonely times, God was teaching you the value of standing firm in your own identity in Him. He was teaching you to trust in His plan, knowing that He would bring the right person into your life at the perfect time. Now, chosen one, as you look forward to the divine partner who is coming, understand this: they are not a random addition to your life. They are the fulfillment of the divine preparation you've been going through. They are a reflection of the person you have become through God's refining process. Just as God has been preparing you, He has been preparing them. Together, you will walk in the calling that God has placed before you, and together, you will accomplish far more than even come with the temptation of comfort or escape. This union is different. This partnership forged through trials much like your own. They've faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and been refined by their own journey. This is not a person who has arrived without scars or struggles, but one who has been tempered by fire. And it is in that fire that they have developed the strength, resilience, and wisdom that will complement your own calling. They will understand the depths of struggle and victory because they too have walked through their own battles. They are not coming into your life as a finished product, but as someone who has been crafted by God to stand beside you, share in your joys and struggles, and build together with you. Their experiences, their growth, and their own relationship with God will make them the perfect partner to help you fulfill your calling. Where you are strong, they may be humble. Where you are uncertain, they may bring clarity. This person has been shaped not for their own glory, but to be a part of something greater, the divine calling God has placed on both of your lives. They will bring qualities that will complement your own, not because they complete you, but because together you will create something greater than you could ever accomplish alone. This divine union will not just be based on emotional attraction or compatibility, but on shared purpose. When two people are truly aligned in purpose, they become an unstoppable force. You will not be walking together in isolation, but in a partnership that draws its strength from a higher calling. There will be no competition, no rivalry, no selfish ambition, because both of you will understand that your individual success is tied to the success of the partnership. Your calling is shared, your mission is shared, and together you will see it fulfilled. This partnership will be one of strength, humility, and shared purpose. Strength because both of you will stand firm in the face of adversity, knowing that you are not standing alone. Humility because you will both recognize that this union is not about individual greatness, but about serving a higher purpose. And purpose because your lives will be dedicated to something far beyond yourselves. Together, you will not simply build a life of comfort or convenience. You will build a legacy of impact, one that will outlive both of you and leave a mark on the world that can only be created through divine alignment. This is not just a relationship to be celebrated in quiet moments. This is a partnership that will cause movement. This union will move mountains, not because you are relying on your own strength, but because you are moving together with the power of God behind you. This union will stir things in your life and in the lives of those around you. It will not just be a peaceful, harmonious connection, it will be a force of change, a conduit for God's will to be done on earth as it is in heaven. The nature of this union is rooted in divine alignment. You and your partner will not just be aligned in your hearts or emotions, but in the very fabric of your souls drawn together for a mission that transcends any fleeting desire or temporary passion. The relationship you are about to step into is not based on circumstantial compatibility. It is based on spiritual destiny. Both of you will be walking in the will of God, and together you will create something that honors Him in every way. There will be moments of testing, moments of challenge, but through it all you will see that these trials are not to tear you apart, they are to make you stronger together. This union will not be shaken by the storms of life. Instead, it will be solidified by them. When you stand side by side, your combined strength and faith will be a testimony to God's faithfulness. This divine partnership is a reflection of the ultimate partnership we have with God. Just as He walks beside us, guiding us, strengthening us, and supporting us through every season, so too will your partner walk beside you in every moment of your journey. You will not have to fight battles alone. You will not have to carry burdens alone. This is a partnership that will bear each other's burdens, that will intercede for one another in prayer, and that will lift each other up in moments of weakness. And perhaps most importantly, this union will be a picture of humility. Humility not in weakness, but in recognition that this union is not about individual glory. It's about aligning yourselves to God's greater plan. When two people come together in divine partnership, it's not about what they can accomplish individually, but what they can accomplish together through the power of God. It is about serving each other, serving others, and serving God's purpose. It's about building a life together that is founded on faith, love, and obedience. So as you step into this divine partnership, remember God has been working on you, refining you, and preparing you for what is to come. Every season of waiting, every stretch of uncertainty was God's way of shaping and fortifying you for the sacred union He has ordained. Sometimes in our deepest moments of longing, it can feel like we've been forgotten. We see others stepping into their destinies, their relationships, and their successes, while we remain in a waiting pattern. It's easy to feel that we've been passed over, that our prayers are unanswered, or that our desires are being ignored. But understand this chosen one. God's timing is perfect. Every second of waiting has been part of His divine plan. It wasn't a delay. It was divine preparation. It wasn't a rejection. It was God protecting you, positioning you, and setting you up for the incredible future He has designed for you. Trust that the process has been necessary. Your journey with all its ups and downs has been a path of growth. Every prayer, every tear, every stretch of solitude was not without purpose. The waiting has allowed God to build something in you, something strong, something resilient, something worthy of the partnership you are about to experience. And just as He has been building you, He has been building your partner. The person who will come into your life has not been sitting idle either. God has been preparing them, refining them, just as He has done with you. There is power in the waiting. It is a time of refinement, a time of purification, and a time of being made ready. Every trial you've faced has been shaping you into the person you need to be for the divine partnership ahead. God wasn't keeping you from something. He was making you ready for what He has set aside for you. When you look back, you will see that every moment of waiting was a season of divine construction, not just for your life, but for the life of your partner too. Both of you have been in the hands of the divine architect, and he has been molding you to come together at the perfect time. Trusting the divine process means letting go of the need to rush or force things to happen. You've been on this journey for a reason. You've experienced the highs and the lows, the joys and the pains, and each of those moments was necessary for the beautiful story God is writing for you. As difficult as it has been at times, each season has shaped you into someone who is now ready for the sacred union ahead. When it comes, it will not feel like a random accident. It will feel like divine timing, a perfect alignment of all the moments you've lived through and the preparation that has happened behind the scenes. Now, as you approach the fulfillment of God's promise, take a moment to rest in the peace of knowing that God's hand has been upon you every step of the way. The waiting was never a punishment. It was divine construction. It wasn't about you being overlooked, but about you being shaped into the person you needed to be for the person God is bringing into your life. Every step, every hardship, every quiet prayer has been leading to this moment. And now you are about to walk into a season of fulfillment, purpose, and divine partnership. As you reflect on the partner God is bringing, remember this: they are not coming to complete you. You are already complete in Christ. You were never incomplete or lacking. God didn't leave you without what you needed. The person coming into your life will not fill a void in you. They will walk alongside you as an equal, someone who has been refined and prepared by God just as you have been. The beauty of this partnership lies in the fact purpose and strength, both of you having been prepared by God for this very moment. So trust the process. Trust that every step you have taken, every moment you've waited, has been part of God's divine plan to prepare you for what is to come. You have not been abandoned in your waiting. You have been covered, protected, and positioned for this divine partnership. Trust that when the time comes, it will be exactly as God intended. This union will be a beautiful reflection of God's perfect plan, where both of you will walk together in purpose and mission, stronger together than you could have been apart. You are not incomplete. You are not lacking. You have been refined, shaped, and prepared by God to walk in divine partnership with someone who has also been carefully prepared. And when you come together, you will walk in strength, humility, and unity, fulfilling the calling that God has placed on both of your lives. This is the power of divine preparation. It is not just about the journey you've walked alone, it's about how you've been made ready for the journey you will now walk together. Every trial, every waiting season, every moment of refinement has brought you to this moment of divine union. And when it happens, you will know without a doubt that it was all part of God's perfect plan. You have been prepared for this, And now you are ready to step into the divine partnership that God has been aligning all along. As you journey closer to the divine union that God is preparing for you, it's important to understand one thing above all. This partnership will not feel like chaos or confusion. It will feel like peace. A deep soul-anchoring peace that confirms everything you've longed for, prayed for, and believed in. Where there has been uncertainty and longing, there will now be a quiet assurance. The waiting season, though challenging, has led to this divine moment where everything begins to fall into place, not through force, but through God's perfect timing. In the past, perhaps you've encountered relationships or situations that felt like a struggle, a constant push and pull, an emotional whirlwind that never quite felt right. But this divine union will be different. There will be no striving, no forcing. There will be no need to fight for attention, affection, or validation. Instead, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that assures you this is exactly how it was meant to be. This is not a love born out of desperation or need. This is a love that will naturally flow as if everything that has happened in your life up until this point has been leading to this very moment. When this person enters your life, you will feel a confirmation in your spirit. There will be no anxiety or uncertainty. There will be no sense of rushing or trying to figure things out. Instead, their presence will bring with it an undeniable peace, a sense that this is where you are meant to be. This is who you are meant to be with, and everything is aligning in perfect harmony. Their presence won't demand anything from you. They won't require you to prove yourself or change who you are. Rather, they will simply confirm the purpose that God has already placed on your life. You will not have to fight for this connection. It will flow naturally like a river carving its path through a valley unstoppable and serene. This peace will not only come from the other person, but from the deep trust you will have in God's timing. You will know without a shadow of a doubt that everything has fallen into place because it was meant to. Every delay, every moment of solitude, every tear you shed was not wasted. It was all a part of the divine orchestration that has been setting up this union. And now, as you stand at the threshold of this new chapter, you will experience peace because you will understand that it was God's plan all along. In this season, the union you are about to enter into will not come with the stress of uncertainty or the tension of unspoken needs. It will come with the calm assurance that you are walking in the fullness of God's perfect will. You won't need to question whether or not this is the right person, because deep within your spirit, you will know that this is the answer to all the prayers you've whispered in the quiet places of your heart. God's timing, though it may have felt slow and sometimes painful, is always perfect. His understanding of when and how things should happen far exceeds our own limited perspectives. You may have questioned why things haven't unfolded as quickly as you hoped, or why the right person hasn't come into your life yet. But know this, the delay was not denial. trusting in God's timing, trusting in His plan, and trusting that what He has ordained for your life will come to pass without effort or anxiety. You will not have to fight to make it work, because it is already in God's hands. The only thing you need to do now is trust that this is the moment you've been waiting for, and step into it with the confidence that comes from knowing that God is guiding every step. This peace you will experience in this union will be unlike anything you've felt before. It will not be based on emotions that come and go. It will be a deep inner peace that resonates in your spirit, a peace that tells you, this is where you belong. The relationship you're entering will be built on the solid foundation of trust, alignment, and purpose. It will not be based on the fleeting emotions of the moment, but on a deep connection that has been divinely ordained by God. The person coming into your life is not here to fix you, to make you complete, or to fill a void. You are already whole in Christ. They are coming to walk with you as an equal, to join you in fulfilling God's purpose for your life. Together you will work in harmony, not because you are two halves trying to make a whole, but because you are two whole people coming together to build something greater than either of you could accomplish alone. And in this partnership, the peace that you experience will be a reflection of God's love and purpose. It will be a peace that goes beyond understanding, a peace that allows you to rest in the knowledge that everything is falling into place exactly as it was meant to. You won't have to force this connection. It will flow naturally, just as God intended. The presence of your partner will bring peace to your heart, and their presence will confirm that this is the fulfillment of God's divine timing in your life. This is the beauty of divine timing. It doesn't require striving, it doesn't require anxious effort, and it doesn't require you to fight for what is yours. When God is in control, everything aligns perfectly, and what is meant for you will come to you at the right time. Trust that this moment, this divine union is exactly what God has been preparing for you, and you will step into it with peace and confidence. As you reflect on the divine partnership that is about to unfold in your life, understand this. This union is not simply about romantic fulfillment, but about divine commission. This is not a fleeting relationship built on the temporary pleasures of the world. This is a covenant partnership that has been ordained by God, designed to fulfill a higher calling and to advance His kingdom on earth. While romance may play a part in the connection, the true purpose of this union is far more profound. This is a partnership that will carry divine weight, one that will stand the test of time and produce something eternal. You were never meant to enter into a relationship merely for personal satisfaction or to fill an emotional void. God's design for your life has always been bigger than that. He has a purpose for you, a mission that is far greater than what you can do on your own. And this partnership is not just about two people coming together for companionship, it's about two individuals being united to fulfill God's divine purpose. This is a kingdom partnership, a partnership that goes beyond personal desires and reaches toward eternal impact. The love that will bind you and your partner together will not be just a temporary emotion or a passing feeling. It will be rooted in purpose. This covenant will be anchored in a shared mission, a higher calling that both of you have been preparing for. You see, this union is designed to bear fruit, not just for your own lives, but for generations to come. God has been preparing both of you for something far bigger than yourselves. Through your partnership, you will create a legacy of faith, impact, and service to God's kingdom that will reach far beyond your time on this earth. This covenant partnership will fulfill a higher purpose, one that is intricately woven into the fabric of God's divine plan. Every step you've taken in your journey, every moment of waiting, every trial you've faced, has led you to this place. God has been preparing you, refining you, and making you ready for this moment of divine union. And as you step into this partnership, You will not only fulfill God's plan for your life, but you will also walk alongside your partner in fulfilling their purpose as well. Together, you will be able to accomplish far more than either of you could have done alone. Your partnership will bear fruit, abundant fruit that will grow and multiply as you work together in unity. This is not a union built on self-centered desires, but one that is focused on serving others, spreading God's love, and advancing His kingdom. Your union will have a ripple effect, touching lives far beyond your own circle of influence. The fruit of your partnership will be seen in the lives of those you touch, in the legacy you leave behind, and in the souls that are impacted by your obedience to God's calling. This divine covenant is not just about what you can gain, but what you can give. Together, you will be a force for good, working side by side to build something that will last for eternity. God is calling you to partner with your divine counterpart, not just for your own fulfillment, but for His glory. The purpose of this union is to advance His kingdom, to serve His people, and to bring honor and glory to His name. This partnership will be a tool in His hands used to accomplish great things for His kingdom. As you co-labor with your partner in your divine calling, you will have the privilege of impacting generations to come. Your union will not be a fleeting moment of happiness or a temporary fix for loneliness. It will be a legacy of faithfulness and obedience. You will work together to build something that will stand the test of time, something that will continue to bear fruit long after you're gone. The work you do in this union will echo through the generations, impacting your children, your grandchildren, and even those who come after them. This is the power of a covenant partnership. It is not just about two individuals coming together to share a life. It is about two individuals coming together to fulfill God's purpose on earth. This partnership will be built on trust, humility, and a shared vision for what God wants to accomplish in and through your lives. You will not just walk side by side in life. You will walk side by side in mission, serving a higher purpose and carrying out the work that God has called you both to do. The strength of this partnership will not come from your individual abilities or talents, but from the divine power that flows through it. As you walk together hand in this divine calling, you will experience the power of God working in and through you. The unity you share will create a force that will shake the foundations of the world. Through your obedience, through your faith, and through your commitment to one another and to God, you will be able to accomplish things that will leave a lasting mark on this world. This partnership will be a reflection of the unity and love that God desires for His people. Just as Christ and the Church are one, so too will you and your partner become one in purpose. Your relationship will mirror the covenant that God has made with His people, a covenant that is not broken, not fleeting, and not dependent on circumstances. It is a covenant built on trust, loyalty, and faithfulness, and it will stand strong through the challenges of life. Together, you and your partner will be able to weather any storm, face any adversity, and overcome any obstacle, because your strength comes from the Lord. In this divine partnership, there will be no room for selfish ambition or personal gain. You will both serve one another, build one another up, and work together to accomplish God's purpose. Your love for each other will be a reflection of God's love for you, and the way you treat one another will be a testimony to the world of His grace and mercy. This is a union that is meant to inspire others to show them what true love looks like, and to lead them into a deeper relationship with God. So as you prepare for this divine partnership, remember this: it is not just about the two of you. It is about what God will accomplish through you. This covenant is about leaving a legacy that will impact generations, about fulfilling God's higher purpose, and about co-laboring with your divine partner in the work of His kingdom. Together, you will create something far greater than what you could have ever imagined on your own. As you step into this divine partnership, it's important to recognize something powerful. Both you and your partner have walked through your own seasons of testing. These challenges, these moments of struggle, were not designed to break you or your partner. They were not meant to discourage or defeat you. In fact, they were divinely orchestrated to refine you. Every trial you've faced, every difficult season you've endured, has been shaping you both individually and together for the sacred union that is now unfolding. You've each had your own journey, your own refining process, but the purpose of it all was to prepare you for this moment. God doesn't waste anything. Every struggle, every heartbreak, every setback has been part of the divine plan to form you into the individuals who are now ready to step into this divine partnership. You may have looked at your challenges in the past and wondered why they seemed so difficult, so overwhelming, or even unfair. But God, in His wisdom, was allowing you to be shaped by the fire, to be purified by the process. And now, as you look ahead to the union that God has prepared for you, you will see that these trials were never in vain. They were all part of the divine testing and refining that has brought you and your partner together stronger, wiser, and more prepared than ever before. For you, chosen one, every hardship you faced was a stepping stone towards spiritual growth. Every moment of doubt, every painful decision, every challenge that seemed insurmountable, it was all part of God's process of refining you for this divine union. You weren't abandoned in your struggles. God was watching over you, guiding you through each test and using those moments to shape your character and strengthen your faith. You may have felt broken at times, but it was in those moments that God was building you up. He was refining you, removing the impurities and shaping you into the person who could walk alongside your divine partner in the mission He has set before you both. Similarly, your partner has gone through their own set of tests. Just as you've faced your own trials, so have they. And just as God was with you in your times of struggle, He was with them in theirs. They too have been through moments of pain, doubt, and difficulty. But like you, they were not broken by their trials. They were refined by them. God has used every test, every challenge they've faced to prepare them for the moment when they will meet you, the moment when both of your lives will converge in a partnership designed by God. They too are not coming into this union as perfect beings, but as individuals who have been shaped and refined by the hand of God. This is the beauty of divine testing. It doesn't destroy, it doesn't break. It refines, it purifies. And as you and your partner enter this union, you will bring with you not the weight of past mistakes or regrets, but the wisdom that has been forged through your struggles. You will enter this partnership with a deeper understanding of who you are, who God has called you to be, and what it truly means to walk in His purpose. This wisdom will be the foundation of your relationship, not because you are perfect, but because you have been refined by the process. The divine tests and challenges you've faced separately were never meant to be an obstacle to your partnership. They were meant to prepare you both for the sacred calling that you will now walk in together. These trials have strengthened you, deepened your faith, and given you the wisdom you need to navigate the challenges that may arise in your relationship. You will not enter this partnership as two perfect, flawless individuals, but as two people who have been tested, refined, and made stronger by the fire. This wisdom is the fruit of your spiritual growth. It's the understanding that you've gained from walking through difficult seasons and coming out on the other side stronger, more resilient, and more deeply connected to God. And this wisdom is exactly what you need to build a lasting, fulfilling, and impactful partnership. You and your partner will enter this union not with an expectation of perfection, but with a deep awareness of the grace and strength that comes from walking through life's challenges together. You will know that it is not the absence of trials that makes a relationship strong, but the ability to stand firm side by side through them. You and your partner will approach your divine calling with humility and strength. Your past struggles will not define you, but they will shape the way you move forward in this partnership. You will enter this union with eyes wide open, understanding that there will still be challenges to face, but knowing that together you will face them with wisdom, grace, and a commitment to God's purpose for your lives. You will not approach this relationship with the expectation of constant ease, but with the knowledge that God has equipped you both to handle whatever comes your way. The refining process has given you the tools you need to build a strong, lasting foundation for your relationship. You will know how to communicate, how to support each other, how to persevere in faith, and how to love unconditionally. You will approach each challenge with a mindset of growth. Understand now that every test is an opportunity to deepen your faith and strengthen your bond. The wisdom you've gained will be the cornerstone of your relationship, guiding you both as you navigate life's ups and downs together. And when the inevitable challenges arise in your union, you will not be overwhelmed. You will be reminded of the tests you've already overcome, of the wisdom you've already gained, and of the strength you've already built. You will not be shaken by the storms of life, because you will face them together with the wisdom and strength that comes from God. This divine partnership will be built on the firm foundation of spiritual growth, understanding, and trust in God's plan. So as you step into this divine union, remember this truth. The tests you have faced and the tests your partner has faced have not been in vain. They have been refining both of you for this moment. You are not walking into this partnership as two imperfect individuals, but as two people who have been shaped by God's love and grace. Your wisdom gained through the trials you've faced will be the foundation upon which this partnership is built. Together, you will face whatever comes your way with strength, grace, and the confidence that God has already equipped you for the journey ahead. As you prepare to enter into this divine union, it's important to remember one crucial truth. You are not being chosen because of your performance, but because of your faithfulness. The world often measures success and worth by performance, by achievements, accolades, and external validations. But God's kingdom operates on a different standard. You have been chosen not because of what you've done to impress others, but because of your steadfastness in trusting God through every season of your life. Your faithfulness to God, your ability to remain true to His call, even when the world around you seems to demand something else, is what has brought you to this moment. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we need to perform, that we need to prove our worth through our actions, accomplishments, or appearance. But with God, the measure of your worth is not based on performance. It's based on your heart, your obedience, and your faithfulness. You have walked through seasons of difficulty, and in each of those moments, God has seen your heart. He has watched you remain faithful, even when it felt like nothing was happening, when it seemed like the promises He had spoken were taking too long to unfold. Your trust in Him, your quiet obedience, and your perseverance in the waiting have been the true measures of your readiness for this divine partnership. As you step into this new season, understand that God is not bringing you into this union based on what you've done, but on who you are. He's chosen you because of your heart for Him, because of your willingness to trust and obey even in the midst of uncertainty. This union is not about earning something through your actions or striving to meet the expectations of the world. It is about walking in alignment with God's perfect plan. You are entering this divine partnership because you have shown through your actions that you are faithful, that you trust God with your life, and that you are willing to serve His purposes even when it requires patience, sacrifice, or waiting. This partnership is not about pleasing the world. It is about fulfilling divine purpose. The world often tells us that our value is determined by what we can achieve or how we can meet others' expectations. But God's standard is so much higher. He looks at the heart, not at outward appearances or accomplishments. In a world that constantly pushes us to do more, be more, and perform at higher levels, God invites us to rest in His purpose and trust that His plan will unfold in His perfect timing. This union is not about proving anything to anyone. It is about aligning with the purpose that God has been shaping you for all along. This divine partnership is not about living up to societal standards or fulfilling anyone's expectations. It is about walking in obedience to God's will for your life. The union you are about to enter into is designed to fulfill the greater purpose that God has set before you, and it will not look like the relationships the world has told you to aspire to. It will not be defined by superficial measures or worldly standards of success. Instead, it will be a relationship that reflects God's love, His timing, and His purpose. The connection you share with your partner will not be about seeking the approval of the world. It will be about seeking God's approval, fulfilling His call, and walking together in the divine purpose He has set before both of you. As you prepare to step into this partnership, don't rush the process. Don't try to force things to happen according to your timeline. God's timing is perfect, and He is orchestrating everything in your life with divine precision. The world may tell you to hurry, to take control, to make things happen now, but God is asking you to align with His timing, not rush the process. Trust that everything is falling into place exactly as it should. Your journey has been one of spiritual growth, and now you are in a season of spiritual alignment. You have walked through the process of refinement, and now God is aligning you with His purpose and timing. Trust that this union is unfolding at exactly the right time. You do not need to strive or force things. The partnership that God is bringing into your life will come with peace and assurance, not with pressure or anxiety. There is no need to rush to question or to worry about what will happen next. God is in control, and He is leading you toward a union that will fulfill His divine purpose. All you need to do is trust Him and align your heart with His will. God is not asking you to perform. He is asking you to be faithful, to trust in His timing, and to walk in alignment with His purpose. As you enter into this divine union, you will find that the more you focus on aligning with God's plan, the more everything will fall into place. The world may tell you that success comes through performance, but God tells you that success comes through obedience. This union is not about meeting the expectations of others. It's about fulfilling the divine calling that God has placed on both of your lives. As you prepare for this new chapter, I encourage you to let go of any pressure to perform or meet the standards set by the world. Instead, focus on your faithfulness to God and trust that He is working in your life. Trust that He is leading you to the right person at the right time, and that this divine union is part of His perfect plan for your life. This is not about perfection. It's about spiritual alignment. It's about walking in obedience to God's will and trusting that everything He has promised will come to pass in His perfect timing. This partnership will not be based on what you can achieve or what you can do for each other. It will be based on the love and purpose that God has already established. It will be a partnership rooted in faithfulness, not performance. In obedience, not striving. And as you step into this divine union, you will find that the more you trust God's timing, the more you will see His purpose unfold in your life. You will see His hand at work, guiding both you and your partner as you fulfill the divine mission He has set before you. So, chosen one, do not be anxious. Do not feel the need to perform or rush the process. Trust in God's perfect timing. Trust that everything is falling into place as it should. This is not about your performance. It is about your faithfulness. It is about aligning with God's divine purpose and walking forward in the partnership He has prepared for you. Step into this season of your life with confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, and that the divine union you are about to experience will fulfill God's greater purpose for your life. As we come to the close of this message, I want to remind you, chosen one, that this union is not by chance. It is not a random occurrence or an accident. This partnership is by divine design, orchestrated by God Himself with precision and purpose. Every step you've taken, every moment of waiting, every season of refining has been leading to this exact moment when the fullness of God's plan will unfold in your life. The journey you've walked has not been wasted. The moments of solitude, the quiet prayers, the dreams deferred, none of it was in vain. Every test, every trial, every heartbreak has been preparing you for what God is about to release into your life. This union is not just about finding someone to love. It's about fulfilling a divine mission, a calling that is far greater than anything you could have ever imagined. And as you stand at the threshold of this new season, understand this. You are not waiting for a person. You are waiting for purpose to be fulfilled through divine alignment. God has been aligning everything in your life to bring you to this place. He has been preparing both you and your partner, molding you, refining you, and positioning you for this moment. Just as He has been working in your life, He has been working in your partner's life, shaping them, strengthening them, and preparing them for the same divine purpose. And now, at the appointed time, the moment has arrived. This union is not a coincidence. It is the result of divine orchestration. Heaven has aligned the stars, the people, and the timing so that you and your partner can step into your purpose together. If you are ready to step into this new season, to embrace the divine partnership that God has been preparing for you, I invite you to declare your readiness by typing 777 in the comments as a sign of agreement with this divine message. This is not just a passive moment, it is an active declaration of your faith, your trust, and your anticipation for the purpose that is about to unfold. You are not waiting for something ordinary. You are waiting for a divine partnership that will fulfill a mission that will impact generations to come. As you prepare for the arrival of your divine partner, remember to pray, to prepare, and most importantly, to trust God's perfect plan. This partnership is not just about a relationship. It is a spiritual mission. You and your partner are being called to something far greater than the fulfillment of your personal desires. You are being called to walk together in purpose, to serve God's kingdom, and to leave a lasting legacy. God's timing is perfect, and this partnership is not just about the joy of companionship. It is about fulfilling the divine calling He has placed on your life. Trust that His plan is unfolding exactly as it should, and that the best is yet to come. As you walk forward, know that you are not alone. God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and empowering you for the mission ahead. Let us close this time with a prayer of blessing for you, chosen one, and for your divine partner. Father God, we come before you with hearts full of gratitude and faith. Thank you for the divine purpose that you are unfolding in the lives of your children. We thank you for the person you are bringing into their life, the partner who will walk beside them in purpose and in unity. We pray that you protect both of them as they will finish the work He has started in you. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with 777 as a declaration of your readiness for this divine union and the divine purpose God is unfolding in your life. You are on the brink of a powerful new season, and God is with you every step of the way.